Welcome everybody to episode 5 of the No Thumbs podcast, Living on a Prayer. Today I am joined by Grizz. How you doing, Grizz?
What is going on, everybody?
Grizz is a frequent contributor to No Thumbs. He was on episode 3, I believe, correct? And
yep, episode 3.
And now you're on episode 5. And
did the All-Star Game stint,
the All-Star Game, yeah. He's been kicking around here. You guys know him. Once again, he's always in the shout box, so if you want to chirp him, that's where he lives.
Find me in any 3 of them at any given time.
Yeah, and today we're going to kick things off by talking about the PVM Official Launch. I posted I made a post in the forums. It's a resource tool, so it should be at the top, so you don't have to look far. And basically, I talk about in this post about PVM, what we hope to accomplish, what are our goals, and we got to get going here. It's time, and this is pretty much going to be an official hub. And what I mean by official hub, I mean is we have a Discord, and we always had a Discord, but it was never a community Discord. You know, it was just for us to talk to each other, but I didn't think that was right. You know, I think we need to be a community and build a community around media, and I think more people need to be in the Discord contributing to the show, not just the show, to the media, to our team, giving suggestions, feedback, interacting with us. You know, so we have a Discord now. You can talk to the staff. So basically, yeah, we want it to be like a second shout box kind of thing. If you're kind of not on, you know, the website, if you're just on Discord. And also in the Discord, I go through some of the points why it's imperative to join. It's not imperative, but imperative's a nice word, but it would be good to join because, like, when I go live, they will be posted immediately, so you'll get the update when I go live. Also, when I post a video, you'll see it, and not just me. It applies to the RIP podcast. Jet, CJ, and Pastor are working on a new show with a familiar twist, so that's going to be posted. You're going to see articles, videos, everything, and you know, it's going to archive everything. So I was kind of not happy with the pick'ems because it buries all the good articles that we produce. So here you're going to be able to look at the articles whenever you want and the videos whenever you want. And, you know, it just links you. Basically, it links you. We're not stealing anything from LG. We're just linking you to LG and our videos and streams, and just to make sure everybody gets the content that they want and they don't miss anything. Yeah, so let's take a look at what I mean. This is just an example of what it looks like in the Prolific Virtual Media Discord right now. And see, I have Me6 in there. It posts updates when we go live in the YouTube and Twitch, and that's just one example. In the stream section, it will post the stream. Like right now, the stream was posted, so you'll be able to see it live. Yeah, and some of the things you're not supposed to see, but that's mine, so you see it. For instance, the no thumbs on the show, it basically, if I give you the no thumbs rule, it would be easier for you to jump on the show if you're in the Discord. So if you want, like, if we're doing a live stream and you about bidding or something, and if you want to come on for an interview, I could just give you the role and you could jump into the server like that seamlessly, right? Yeah, that's basically what we're talking about. PVM Official Launch. Discord's in the Twitch description, and it's also in the post. And I'm gonna post it in the description of this post and the YouTube video. So if you're interested in joining, I really encourage it. Grizz, you've been in the Discord for a little bit now. What do you think of it?
You know, it's just another place for LG to live, essentially. I think it'll be a great thing moving forward, and, you know, not only a place to give feedback on PVM, but even, you know, get yourselves involved and help out and make the league better for everyone, especially the media that we put out.
Right.
Tell us what you guys want to see and how you want to see it.
Yeah, I think it's
make it happen.
I think it's important to have a discussion, and if somebody has something to say about something, we're open to the feedback. We take criticism well here, so if you want to give us any little bit of criticism, go straight ahead, or feedback, or what we should do differently as well. Yeah, you can post it in here, and we'll see it. So yeah, that comes to that. That's that, and let's look back at round 2, another eventful round.
I put the Discord link in the Twitch chat as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so let's look back at round 2 here. So we have some series to go over here, and we'll start with the OHL as usual. Grizz, do you see any glaring surprises from the OHL as of right now?
Kingston pushed in Barrie to 7 games. I was actually a little bit surprised by that. I thought that they would handle him pretty swiftly, and didn't. They ended up Barrie came out on top, but it definitely was surprising for them to go to 7. And it was an overtime game 7 too.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched that game 7, and I saw a 20-win line Barrie at times struggle against Kingston.
It did not look good.
It was mostly a neutral zone game, I will say, because it was 5-5 and they went to overtime. It could have ended either way. Kingston actually scored a 2-1 goal that was called back on goaltender interference. And to me, it was a very soft call, but I understand the call because it's EA, right? But, dude, Barrie could have easily been eliminated by Kingston. And if I'm Vahey, I'm a little bit worried going forward, especially against a red-hot Niagara team that just upset Sudbury. And, yeah, I was really shocked, Grizz. I'm not going to lie. I thought Barrie's top line didn't play Grizz hockey because that's all they did, basically.
I would have liked to see Brachese in that game.
Yeah, I don't know why Breck wasn't in that game.
Well, he plays left wing, right? And it's all about chemistry. They wanted their chem line in there, but seeing what they did in that game 7 moving forward, I would definitely put Breck in at right wing.
No, dude, I think your most skilled players should be in game 7. I thought Breck is probably one of their most skilled players. I just don't understand why he wasn't there. So.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I talked to him about it a little bit, and that was just the decision that they made to run that chemistry line, and it almost backfired, man.
It almost did.
I was talking to Easy. I said, if you're not in that game 7, I think Kingston could steal it, and they almost did.
And and I saw them in the shout box after saying easy. Man, they were sweated. I think it was tough, even time on attack. It was oh my god. They're playing it off like it was nothing. Dude, your season could have ended on 1 goal.
Their hands were dripping a little
bit. Oh man. But other than that,
dude, when you play nervous, dude, I mean, even in our game 6, we played a little nervous too. And when you play nervous, you're not playing your game.
When
you're afraid to lose, you don't play well.
You should not. Well, basically, I think they were playing not to lose, both teams.
Right.
I thought Kingston a little bit. They gave him push, but yeah. Now let's just shift to the Q here. Any surprises out of there?
Not really, honestly.
Yeah,
everything in the Q went as predicted,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did predict Halifax in 7. It was probably an awful prediction. It was an awful prediction, but
riding the high from the upset.
Yeah. Well, I had to throw a hot take grenade into the mix once in a while, and that's what I did.
You just threw the wrong one.
Yeah, but they got 2 games, dude. That's pretty shocking from an elite Titan team.
They definitely, they made it a series.
Yeah, and when you're posting Titan for Mem in the shop box all the time, to drop 2 against Halifax is a little bit shocking. But anyways,
let's see what happens. Grizz in 4.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get there, Grizz. We'll get there. But anything out of the there's one out of the W. Just looking at it that maybe you want to touch on here.
2, honestly. I didn't think Kelowna was going to win, and obviously a lot of people said Broomball is getting swept again in the second round like he did last season. Didn't happen. Broomball won fair and square against the Regina second
Saska
tag.
Broom, apparently. He rebranded it.
Yep, Saska Broom. I mean, he did a great job in that series. That he went out and grabbed that series by the balls and won big games, and they're moving on. They got enough. Unlucky for him, they're facing probably the predicted second best team out of that conference. But
hey, well, if you beat the best,
fly where they fall.
If you beat the best, you can compete with the best, right? And
we'll see if he makes it a series.
Yeah, and Kelowna, actually, I predicted that.
Oh, did you?
I think so.
I didn't think Kelowna was going to win this one. I
you
thought
know,
Prince George would run away with it.
I looked at Prince George's team, and I thought their third line was pretty weak. All things considered, it was around 500.
Right.
And I just expect a little bit more. Maybe I didn't really get a good look at that game, to be honest. I didn't get to watch it.
I didn't watch any of the series, honestly.
I watched a bit of the Spokane Chiefs versus Portland Winterhawks, the Game 7.
Broomball, we are the best GTFO.
All right.
Hot takes.
Thank you, Broomball. But we
calling
thrashed
them
you.
next
Remember
series?
that time we thrashed you in warm-ups? Anyways.
Talking about warm-ups.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Anyways, you know.
He's beat me a couple times in warmies, actually.
Oh, wow. There you go. Broomball
Nothing
is
like,
the best
you know, when I swept him
GTFO, apparently.
last season.
Anyways, just looking at it here. I watched that Portland game, and I saw Corey's basically why surrounding the hype around him. He showed up for sure that game, and he advanced his team. And
It's outstanding. I say it
and
every time I'm on
Saskatoon,
air.
congratulations, you beat Regina, and tough series, well played, and good job on you, Broomball. But we're gonna pivot to the ECHL now, and Grizz, it looks like everybody that should have made it past that round made it. What do you
Couple
think?
Sweeps too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone did their jobs. It looked like, as seeding wise, and I mean, you know, no shocker there. The teams at the top were the good couple of teams, and the ones at the bottom really weren't.
Right. Just to call out CJ here, he said that the Orlando Solar Bears goalie Murray was going to provide a shekel-like presence, and they were going to win the series. So, I'm calling you out, CJ. Nobody is shekel. Nobody. Anyways, yeah. I was actually pretty shocked. Both series between Wheeling and Kansas City and Atlanta and Toledo went to 7. That's,
You know, I wasn't too shocked by either of those. The Gladiators proved in the first round. Same with, what is it, Wheeling Whalers, Nailers, whatever the
Nailers.
team is called. Net Wheeling Nailer. I think I did that last time I was on the air too. They both had great first rounds, and they both had really good second rounds, but not good enough. You know, I'm not too intimidated by the Mavericks.
I
mean, we'll
watched
talk
that
about when
game
we
as
get to
well. I watched parts of it because I was trying to keep track of all of them just to be informed for the show today.
Right.
Their first line, they wheeled it out there, right? And I don't know, man. I was kind of a little bit disappointed. I thought they would be more skilled, and I see chemistry over skill, but I like
teams like that is why people say that the ECHL isn't that great.
I just
You
watched
have
it,
a
dude.
top team, and they're not anything special. There's nothing spectacular.
Well, I
about
could
that
see
team.
the chemistry. People were saying they played a ferocious trap. I didn't see any trap. I don't know where that came from. Like, I know trap. Trust me, Grizz. I played Owen Sound. There was no trap.
Right.
Right? They play solid defense, I will say.
Well,
if
see,
it goes down
people think
Don's side.
getting back is playing a
like-
trap, and that's not the case always.
Yeah, but playing Don's side there, like, Don is an elite defenseman. And when you go down his side, he's going to clamp you. He's going to be on you.
Oh,
So-
here we go with FIFA and his hot takes from only being in the CHL for one season. He said if you don't think they're a good team, you don't understand the game, watch one of their games and listen to the communication.
Yeah, I do listen to the communication, FIFA, and that's what makes him a solid line. But at the same time, when I watched the game, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more skill out of them. And, you know, there was some skill plays. And I basically, when you listen to them, yes, communication, but, you know, there's finishing ability, skill. They have vision,
Chemistry's part of it,
and they
skill's
can
another.
play defense. But I was hoping for a little bit more skill out of them, and I didn't see it. But maybe they'll prove me wrong going forward here.
We'll talk about that series a little more in a little bit too.
Right. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for a recap here.
There's one more series I want to touch on actually. I
Okay.
missed it.
Go ahead.
When we were going over the OHL, the Sarnia series. I think a couple people predicted that it might go 6 or even 7. I wasn't on the show for that prediction, but you know, I thought Sarnia was going to run away with it again.
Yeah, I
but
did too.
I want to touch on the fact a couple people have said, you know, Kitchener might steal a couple, and they didn't. So, faltered again.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Pasternak. They said they changed their game because they went all out forecheck because, you know, they lost on basically BSEA goals is what they're saying, and I can understand that.
Live and die by it.
I get it, but but to be honest, Pasternak, you should not be changing what got you there. You should commit to the style of play. You shouldn't change what made you special throughout the regular season.
What you do well, you will execute well.
Yeah.
When you change things is when problems happen.
Exactly, and it was closer than it needed to be, man. If you just kept playing your game out there, if I got to see your game, I guess it's good that, you hid your game from people, and maybe Toledo as well, but, just commit to your game, dude. Don't change who you are in Game 7. Do what got you there. And anyways, anything else you want to touch on, Grizz?
I think that's about it. FIFA said they adapted. That's smart. But, when you get into a Game 7, I didn't watch the game. But I'm assuming the fact that they put up 3 goals in that game, those 3 goals were, probably off of turnovers or probably off of poor forechecking, not getting back on defense, not playing defense well. So, if you're a good defensive team, stick to that. The goals will come.
Absolutely. And let's move on here to round 3 preview. We do this every couple of rounds here, so let's get started, and we're going to start with the Q as always. Ryan said to do it last because he's getting home, but you can watch the podcast. You can watch the podcast on YouTube. First series here, we got Sherbrooke Phoenix taking on the Victoriaville Tigres or Tigers, depending on how you see it. And both teams, powerhouses, going at each other. We're getting to that stage of the playoffs where it's gonna be nothing but powerhouses, and you got that elite Sherbrooke offense.
Go for the throat.
It's basically the elite Sherbrooke offense versus the elite Victoriaville defense. It's pretty much sword versus shield here. And
Piv with a hot take, Victoriaville in 4.
Who?
Right out the gate.
Who said this?
Pivot Givener.
Okay.
He said Victoriaville in 4. Hot takes.
Yeah, thank you, Pivot. But Grizz, who do you see here? How do you see this playing out here between the two sides?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go Victoriaville in 4. That's for sure. I think it's gonna go 6 or 7. I'm gonna call Sherbrooke in 7. I think they have a little bit more firepower. They have that nasty Game 7 line. I don't think they're gonna lose.
Yeah, this one to me is a tough one.
Could be a coin flip.
I think in the whole CHL, the top 2 lines of Sherbrooke are some of the best. It's the best top 2 lines by hands down. Their defense, to me, it's strong, but it's not as strong as Victoriaville's. And Victoriaville does have some offensive firepower with Val and Karen and or Caron. So you got some players there. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll come down to goaltending, really.
They're going to have to stay out of the box. Looking at the series, it seems like both teams like to take penalties a lot. 36 penalty minutes for Sherbrooke and 24 for Victoriaville.
Boy. Yeah.
Got to stay out of the box, man. Yeah. That's too many penalties in 8 games. Way too many opportunities.
So I guess we'll see. I think it's going to be a game. I think it's going to go to 7.
Yeah. What are you calling? Which team? Or are you going coin flip?
I think Sherbrooke is stronger, man. Offensively, I think they're just stronger, man. I
agree.
I think goals win you games. That's my philosophy. That's how I look at things. Goals win you games, and we'll see how. I guess Victoriaville clearly has the better defense. It's not even a question. They got monopolized Huckfin, Rybish. Yep. They got some studs.
Absolutely.
Pancake.
Solid decor.
Yeah, they got amazing defense. It's better than Sherbrooke's, but like I said,
I mean, if you look at the series too, Victoriaville scored more goals, so that defense might play a key factor here.
Right. So So I'm gonna go Sherbrooke in 7. Grizz, did you want to clarify your prediction?
Yeah, I also went Sherbrooke in 7. I think this is a series that you guys at PVM might want to host a couple games too and commentate. Should be an exciting series.
Right, and Broomball chimes in Phoenix in 6. Even though, by the way, I forgot to mention this off the top of the show. I switched to Streamlabs, and now if you follow me or you want to post in the chat, it'll pop up. So,
is that what that is? I'm watching the Twitch stream, and I keep seeing it pop up at the bottom there.
The bottom left, bottom right. Bottom left, the chat. It's for the podcast viewers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I have two monitors, so I have the PowerPoint on one screen, I have the Twitch on the other, so I can see the comments. So
yeah,
that works for me.
The comments, yeah, through the Twitch. Just if you're watching the show and you want to see,
how do I unfollow? Don't.
If you're watching the show, then it'll pop up, like if you didn't get to watch it live, just to see what people have been saying about the show.
Oh, right.
I just want to make sure people aren't confused if we're talking about something. So yeah, I switched to Streamlabs. I'm still figuring out the whole subscriber or whatever thing. I don't know if I want to go down that road, to be honest. But anyways, let's move on to the next series. We got the Akati Bathurst Titan in 4 versus the Moncton Wildcats Grizz in 4.
Yep.
Grizz, this is going to be a hell of a series. What do you think? Just overall thoughts about what might go down here. We're both Moncton boys, so we're a little biased. So maybe we can just try giving a non-biased view of the series.
I think we got to get our boys on the ice and stop using ECUs to make this a series.
Yeah.
If we're able to do that, we make it a series for sure. Prison 4.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for people that, I guess, if you want some more context there, we've had a lot of availability issues, and people go down every series, and some issues have to do with personal. Sometimes it's a technical issue, a tag issue with one of the guys not being able to link his new tag to the account. We've had all sorts of issues, and I've had to use a ton of ECUs to make sure we had a legal lineup.
I do want to clarify something, though, for all the viewers who haven't been around last season. The whole Grizz in 4 thing that I roll with every single series that I'm in, it's mostly a troll. It's not serious. It started last season when I was on the Brandon Wheat Kings, and I believe it was Sir Mike Knight on the Doghouse went on the air and said that we were going to get swept, in which I replied, Grizz in 4, I think this is how it goes. I can't remember, and we actually swept. And sorry, Broomball, but so ever since then I've been rolling with it. It's been working.
Right. Just give a few shout outs to my players that requested one. I guess this is a shout out show. McDonald, he leads the defense in points. He's been very good for us throughout the playoffs, so shout out to him. Shooing for the top 5 in the draft, I'm sure of. We also got Bar Down Beauty, very good player. I wish he showed up. Oh, yeah, another reason why people don't show up is because of the Leafs and Bruins game. I forgot to mention that. Apparently.
Hang on. Let me chime in here. Pasternak, only playoff L. I didn't have T-News in focus. They carried me last season as well as Trey and Hope. And when us 5 played together, we played a solid trap game, and teams were hard to score on us.
Yeah. So
because he said Grizz's only S31 playoff loss here. That's what I was getting at.
Right. So it's going to be an interesting series. I think Archon needs to step up. He's been hyping this up for the longest time, and we'll see what he brings. It's going to be very disappointing if he disappears. So all pressure on him for continuously going tight end 4 in the shouty. So we'll see what he does. But Grizz, you want to give your prediction? Man. You want to give your prediction to the world here?
Well, we already went with it, right?
I want you to say it again. Go ahead.
Grizz in 4.
And I am also Grizz in 4, not Moncton, not Swifty. Grizz in 4. Only Grizz. Anyways.
Where are we going? Moncton Grizz Cats here? Is that the move?
Nope, just Grizz. Anyways, moving on. We got the OHL coming up here, and now we can stop pumping our own tires and
shows a little bit
on some series here.
Show's moving a little bit faster than the last one we did, huh?
Thank God, man. I can't do two hours of shows anymore. I can't do it, man. It's killing me. I got off.
Blaze
it's like I gotta just do nothing.
Moncton in 7 again.
All right, thank you, Blaze. Anyways, let's move on to the next series.
Is that a shout out to last season? That was 7, right?
We went
taking them in 7.
It was Reynolds, Reggie, and Rock. I mean, not Rock. It was Reynolds, Reggie, Ryan. Yep. Game 7. That was the lineup I rolled with. Rock wasn't available. Rock wasn't available for Game 7, and everybody thought I was going to use the Raws and Rock. But I made a statement and I switched it up and I went with the line that got us there.
Veteran move.
And yeah, they showed up, the Chemi line, and they delivered. So maybe they can do it again this series. But let's focus here on Barrie versus the Ice Dogs. And Grizz, we watched that Barrie series.
Back.
Sorry?
Yep, yeah.
We watched.
Before we go back, I just want to touch on Broomball again. Friendly reminder that I ruined Regina's press and Mem Dreams.
All right, we got to stop talking about Broomball here. Let's move on here to.
He's chiming in with good comments.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's got enough airtime already. He'll get more in the future
we're
here.
Deflating you.
We'll get back to you in the W, but yeah, let's focus here on Barrie and Niagara and Grizz. We watched that Barrie series, and you saw Niagara upset that Sudbury team. Should Barrie be a little bit afraid going into this series?
Yes, they should. If their top line does not come out and produce, and their top line doesn't come out 2-0, hot dogs in 6. They got to produce for that team.
Yeah, you said hot dogs last time. Did not need to be reminded of that. It's the Niagara Ice Dogs, folks.
I'm keeping them. They're keeping it hot. I'm keeping it hot, right? Hot dogs in 6.
Yeah, Mac has built a very solid team, a very solid defensive team yet again. He just continues to deliver that time in and time out. To me, this series is going to be a tough one for Barrie. If their first line had to win them 3 games last series, if they drop one, man, I would be afraid.
That's what I'm talking about. If they go 0-2 or they split, man, they're in trouble.
And maybe it has something to do with line matching too from Vehi, because it looks like the top line. I looked at some of the scores, and it looks like they may have got Kingston's third line a few times or something. So they picked up the guaranteed 2 wins. Maybe Vehi needs to just go head on and combat top line with top line. But then again, I'm not even sure who's going to win it. It's a toss-up, but
it is a toss-up. But I'm going to go with the upset on this one.
Yeah. So Grizz, you want to give your prediction?
Yep. Hot dogs in 4 again, or hot dogs in 6 again. Will not be 4.
Yeah,
and
winning in 6.
I was originally picking Barrie to go all the way, but seeing that game 7 really is. It's sitting in my mind, and if they don't show up the series, I think they're going home.
Right, and I'm also with you on this one. I'm going Niagara in 6. I hope they prove me wrong. I'm a former Barrie Colt, so I'm hoping they win, to be honest. And I like Vehi.
Vehi and Breck built a great team. It's just whether or not they can go. That top line's got to win.
I watched that game 7, Grizz. It shouldn't have been a series against Kingston, to be honest. Shout out to Glimmy for doing a fantastic job of willing his team again to the second round and nearly making the third round.
He always makes these poor regular season teams that always sneak in a round or two. I mean, congrats to him for fixing the team by the end of the season.
Good job, Glimmy. He sent me a message saying he's taking the summer season off, then he'll be back.
Oh, okay.
So
I will not stop.
Hats off. Enjoy the vacation, buddy. Enjoy the vacation. Enjoy your break.
We all need some time off.
But yeah, I'm also Niagara in 6. I like Mackay's team. They got my boy Sheck over there, and they got solid offensive weapons, Monster J, and they got amazing defense. It's just too much. I think it's going to be too much for Barrie to handle after seeing what I saw out of that top line. But anyways, moving on here to the next series. And this will be an interesting one. We got the Sarnia Sting taking on the Guelph Storm. Nutty Grandpa up to his old tricks. And Grizz, is this Nutty Grandpa's time to finally come out of the O here? What do you think?
We're gonna see. I think this is the best team that he's built. I'm not familiar with all the teams that he's had. I only know a few of them, as I haven't been in the league that long. But I definitely think this is the strongest chance they have. Even during the season series, they're up 3-1. That being said, Sarnia made some moves that made the team a lot stronger going into the playoffs, and they've proved that, going 8-0. So this will be another series to watch.
Right. Sarnia Sting, their upgrades at the deadline to me have been fantastic. They brought in some amazing players. You saw what they made quick work of that Kitchener team, man.
Yeah, they did.
Especially that top line, man. I can't believe that went down that way. But
they play really well. That top line, losing both, man.
But we'll see.
Sarnia's done a good job.
Guelph is a trapping team. I've played against them in the past, and it looks like they have their group back again.
This will be Sarnia's first big defensive test.
Yeah, I don't think they're going
Absolutely.
to sweep here. But
No chance.
But Grizz, what do you
Well,
think?
last time I said
Give
no
us
chance,
give us a
big
prediction
upset,
here.
so. I'm going to go Sarnia in 7.
Sorry.
I think I think they're going to be able to break through the defense. I think it's going to take a couple of games to get it going, but I think they take it out in Game 7.
Yeah, this one's tough for me. I'm still sitting on this decision here, but I think I'm going to lean Sarnia in 7 as well.
Yeah.
I would love to see Nutty get to the Mem Cup final, to be honest.
Right.
But and I hope it will happen. It's just I look at that Sarnia team, it's complete. Offense, defense, got the cryptics.
They're a rock solid team for sure. They're going to be a tough one to take out.
You got some NHL defensemen over there too. Great goaltending. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if Nutty can expose the flaws here. They will a few games, but
given what you said though, we both picked Sarnia in 7. Do you think there's a chance that Storm can take this though?
Absolutely.
Do you think they can sneak it out in 6? Do you think it will definitely go?
We'll see. Availability. Anything can happen. Something could happen.
It'll be a line match too. Not even just availability, but home team.
Right, but we'll see.
I think Sarnia has home in the series, right?
Yeah.
We'll see if that plays the role or not.
Anyways, so that does it for the O. We'll move on to the WHL. And here we got Portland taking on Kelowna. This will be an interesting series. Two teams. Wait, is that right? Yeah, no, it is. It is Portland versus Kelowna. Yeah. I get Spokane and Kelowna mixed up. No, you're right. That is correct.
Spokane's out.
Yeah, I get them mixed up all the time. Yeah. So I watched that Portland Game 7, and I was very impressed with Corey as a goaltender. Everybody that's come on the show has praised him, and
saying it all season.
I've seen the hype now. I'm officially a believer in the hype. But Grizz, Kelowna Rockets, they've been grinding and grinding and grinding. Do you think they can grind another one out here?
I think their time runs out. Personally, I've been wrong twice though. I picked against Kelowna in both series, and both series I was wrong. So will they prove me wrong again? We will see. I like this Portland team a lot. I think they have a lot of goal scoring. They have a lot of defense. They have a great goalie. They have one really good goalie, one excellent goalie. And Corey could again be the difference in this one. I'm going Portland in 7.
Right. Yeah. Kelowna's been a surprise team for me. They've had.
They're truly a sleeper.
Yeah, they truly are. I feel like they're a little bit. They got some Wildcats in them from last season. They just.
Who's over there? What? Who's on your team?
No, I'm just saying they got some Wildcats in them. They don't have a Wildcat on the
I
team,
gotcha.
But they got that kind of.
I thought you meant players.
No, they got that kind of spunk to them, that kind of kick. And I don't know much about them still. They just keep winning series.
Keep winning series.
It's like my team. Nobody knew about my team. Just keep winning the series. And I don't really have much to go off of for them, but I love Portland, but I don't know, man. This one's a tough one for me, so I'll still stick with Portland in 7 because I've seen them. I still just haven't seen Kelowna that much, man.
If Kelowna gets into penalty trouble as they have this season against Portland, Portland has to find a way to capitalize on these power plays. 2-17 in the regular season, that's not going to cut it in the playoffs. You got to capitalize on your chances that you get. If you don't, it'll bite you in the ass.
So we'll see what that series brings, what'll happen there, and definitely one to watch out for. Any final thoughts, Chris?
No, I'm just going Portland in 7 in this one.
All right, no final thoughts from Grizz, so we'll move on to the Edmonton Oil Kings and Waxy.
Here you go, Broom.
Taking on the Broomball Saska Broom Blades. And Broomball riding high right now off a big win over Regina. What makes Broomball's team different from last year to this year, Grizz?
Well, they didn't have to face me in the second round.
Big Grizz.
Guess they might have faced a much better team,
Grizz,
but
what are you doing?
Kryptonite. Kryptonite counts, buddy.
Man.
No, I think Broomball has done a great job assembling a team that plays in all 3 zones well. Start with goalies, come out to the defense, and put a couple pucks in the net. And Broomball moved to left wing this season from center. because I guess his team was bitching at him about not winning faceoffs, and it's paid out for him. I've played him a couple times in club, and I think that he's gotten better this season. He said he played a little bit less, but I think he's improved as a player, and it shows. He always has good teams in the regular season, and now he took out one of the top teams. So now he's got the next top team. So we'll see if he can do it twice.
Yeah, we'll see.
And they didn't even go. They won it in 6, right? They didn't even go to 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, props to Broomball for the team that he's made, and I don't think really anybody outside of fans of Broomball or people on his team picked them to win that series. Me too.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone.
Congratulations to Broomball there.
That is a huge win and a successful
I
season.
expected more out of Waxy's team last round too. They had a 3-1 lead and they lost it, and then they went to 7. And Streets had to clean it up.
had some availability issues as well.
Is that what it was?
See if that plays. Yeah, we'll see if that plays a part this time.
Well, is
that's
Streets
why
playing
that game 7 they
ECHL?
dominated.
Is that
It wasn't even
confirmed?
close.
Is he playing ECHL or this one or no?
I don't think he is. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Because if he's not, then he's got the Sunday games wide open for him, right? So that's if he is, then Broomball knows he's not seeing Street Smurf probably both those games. Maybe the 8:30, but I don't know. That could be a little bit of a matchup issue there. But I expected more out of Waxy's team there, even if availability, no availability, whatever. I expected more. I saw 3-1. I'm like, yeah, Waxy's got this. And then I saw 3-3, and I'm like, what happened? And then especially with what happened with Mayers and getting banned out of nowhere, I'm told it's a COC thing. That's all I know.
Yeah, I heard that someone reported them out of his Discord.
He said something in the Discord
comments.
that got him banned. Yep. So don't. And just a PSA for all listeners: don't be an idiot. Anyways,
people are watching, man.
I hope they're watching, man. Don't be an idiot, man. And I just expected more, especially after their best player, in my opinion, Mayers went down. So, what do you have here, Grizz?
I'm going to go. I believe I picked Oil Kings in 5.
Oil Kings in 5. Wow.
I think
I know. Listen,
on this one. I don't know. It's tough, but Waxy's team should absolutely run over Broomball's team. Just looking at the players. That being said, we said this last series. Regina was supposed to sweep Broomball. That didn't happen. They lost in 6. They didn't even go to 7. Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely a chance for a Broomball upset again. We'll see. The cards are on the table now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Up to Waxy to get his team playing the way that they're supposed to play.
We'll see. To me, I look at it. I don't want to. I know Broomball is gonna hate me for this, but I think I would think they're gonna win in 6. Saskatoon in 6. I think
big upset again.
Yeah, well, Regina to me was a better team than Edmonton. So I know Broomball's gonna hate me for picking them because he wants to fly under the radar, but I don't know. I just feel like
shots fired. Street can't beat a trap.
Well, like I said, if you eliminate Street Smurf from the game, like Beauty, if you do that. You just take him out of the game, then the other players around him have to beat you, not Street. And that's how you're going to beat Street. And maybe Broomball will learn from that strategy, but I think Broomball's team will win. I will say
Street Smurf has better players around him this season as well.
Yes, well, absolutely. I think Waxy's done a great, because they don't have the $8 million contract tied around their neck, right? But yeah, I'm going to go Broomball in 6, or Saskatoon in 6. So just to not segregate the whole team. I think he's going to keep rolling, but
Broomball can confirm Waxy cannot stop a wrap. That is how we beat him last season.
All right.
In the regular season.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Just want to chime in.
A little insight there, and we'll move on here to the ECHL. And thank God the show's flying. 40 minutes.
We are flying.
Thank God, man. I can't do another 2-hour show. Last episode, we were on this was 2 hours in, and we finally got to the ECHL. And it's like, whoa, my gosh.
Yeah, that first one I did, man. Holy cow.
That was crazy. But now we're finally on to the E here, and we got Saucerman's Florida Everblades taking on Finney's Brampton Beast. And this will be a matchup, man. This is a matchup to watch out for. We got a 1 versus a 2, and I think the winner of this can potentially win the ECHL, and not just the ECHL, the Memorial Cup. Grizz, what do you think? What do you think of this series, and how do you think it's going to go down?
The last 2 series in the ECHL are the 4 teams that should be there, in my opinion. It's the 4 best teams in the ECHL, but this series particularly, this is going to be a really, really good series. I think they're going to go the distance. Saucerman's put together a great team. Brampton has a great team. They got, I think Brampton got Betty Lou also, I believe.
Yeah, they got Betty Lou. I don't know how the hell Betty Lou's on the... By the way, just speaking about that rule, it's crazy. I don't know how they allowed that.
Yeah, I don't like that rule. I don't like players
That's
being
a
able
crazy
to get sent
rule.
down the day before playoff.
Like, wow.
Just because you're gonna miss playoffs on whatever team you are doesn't mean you should get sent down. Especially when you weren't here all season. But could definitely
congratulations to Brampton. They got Betty Lou. He's a great player. Good job. Same with Sherbrooke. Presidente didn't even sniff the CHL, and he's playing in the playoffs. It's like,
yep,
it's crazy. I think they need to completely change that rule and make it like 2 weeks out. I thought it was 2 weeks out, not a week out. But I guess I don't know what happened there. I thought the waiver deadline was 2 weeks out. But
yep,
CHL roster lock. They need to change it. They need to change it to a week out. They need to put it back to the way it was. It was fine the way it was.
Right.
But
I think it's going to go the distance again. I think the Everblades are going to come out on top. I've been riding Saucerman all season. I'm going to continue doing it. I think they have a better team top to bottom. Even with Brampton getting that gift, I think the Everblades have a better team. It's hard to pick against Pigs on Jupiter and Beauty or Bodie, whatever the hell your name is.
Bodie. He likes to say Bodie. I say Beauty, but whatever. He won't be here much longer anyways. But, sorry, did you have a predict? You said Florida in what? Sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, I'm going Everblades in 7. It's going to go the distance. I don't see any way that this doesn't go 7.
I'm going to go.
It really should.
I'm going to go Brampton Beast in 6. They've been plowing through this playoffs, man. Absolutely plowing. They got Betty back.
Haven't faced a good
They got
team
Betty
yet,
out of.
though.
Sorry, they didn't get Betty
It's gonna
back.
be the first good team they play.
They didn't get Betty back. Let me rephrase that. They just got Betty.
They got Betty.
They just got him.
How's he been? I haven't seen how he's been doing this playoffs. Has he been putting up points or doing his job?
I looked at that roster the other day and I'm like, wait, is that Betty? He's just there.
Yeah, I saw that he got placed there before playoffs. I don't know if he's on it. I'm gonna pull him up real quick to see if I can make a quick comment.
Yeah,
on
but
it.
I got Brampton in 6. I love the team. I like what they do. I think they have a great defensive structure, great defense. I thought Grape was a great waiver pickup. I know a lot of teams were sniffing around there.
They actually have Betty playing center in the playoffs too. That's interesting.
Yeah,
but he hasn't played any center at all, and he's 2-0, 6 points, 55% on the dot. Not bad.
Pretty good. And
but like I said, I really don't think Brampton's been tested. I mean, they're 8-0, so
Well, they haven't faced adversity, but they're going to.
And there's the rest.
They're gonna, Grizz. They're gonna face adversity, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, adversity's at the doorstep. This is the time where they either come out and say, "We're the number 1 team. We're gonna beat the number 2 team."
Absolutely.
It's either gonna be that, or the Everblades come out the underdog. So we'll see what happens.
So we got clashing picks there, but we'll move on to the final series and the most interesting series in terms of personality. We got the Kansas City Mavericks taking on the Toledo Walleye. This is going to be one hell of a series. There's going to be a lot of back and forth between the two teams, chirping-wise.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I see this one playing out, but Grizz, how do you see it playing out?
I love this Walleye team. I don't love the Mavericks. For a top team, I think the Mavericks are very weak. I don't think that they're, too strong top to bottom. And the Walleye, they've owned the series, too, in the regular season. I've heard FIFA say it time and time again, we beat their top line, Well, there you go. You proved it. You are the better team, in my opinion, anyway. And I think that they should win this game. A lot of people are going to see it as an upset. I wouldn't see it as an upset. I think Walleye are a better team, top to bottom.
Yeah, apparently they have Throwing Heat playing forward, and Wiz is against that decision.
Throwing Heat, buddy, you got to go back to defense.
It's too late now. It's too late. It depends how the roster is constructed.
I thought that the owner can play
Who's the GM of that team? I'm not aware.
And I actually don't know. FIFA, you want to chime in? Who's your GM, buddy?
Well, he's not chiming in. He disappeared in his.
He did disappear.
What? But
Hope, I meant that they in the regular season they won 3 games to 2. So
yeah, I'm not
time
sure
on attack is a meaningless stat if you're not scoring goals.
I'm
so.
not sure if throwing can transition.
Actually, they have more goals too. So there's been some blowouts. So I would have to go back and look at first line versus first line or first line versus third line because there might be some.
Well,
some swings in
okay.
there.
Let me say, Jokeski's gonna have to play forward if you're gonna move throwing back to defense. So that's I'm not sure if that guy. It's Josky. It's Josky. Let me rephrase that.
What's that? Give us a hot take on that. What do you think they should do? What do you think you guys have to do to come out on top in the series?
Yeah. I don't.
Oh, was it said there's been one blowout? That's where their goals came from.
There's no. Yeah, I don't know if you can move throwing back to defense because Josky's gonna have to move up because of the way their roster's constructed, and I'm not sure.
I'm not intimidated by this Mavericks team, man.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're a powerhouse. I think the Walleye really should come out in this one.
Yeah,
100%.
to me, I believe in the Walleye as well. I'm gonna pick them over the Mavericks just based on if like what Pasternak said earlier in the show that they got away from their game to ensure the win because of they were afraid of turds going in.
Right. You can't be afraid of turds.
You
man.
can't
You
be
gotta
afraid.
embrace
Just
them
play
and
your
play 'em
game.
well.
Lose your way. If they go back to their way, then I pick you. But I can't. After what I saw, I have to change up my pick here and go Toledo in 7 because this time you're going to get pushed to 7 and because most of the series that they've played have been close, right? So
right. Yeah, I'm going Toledo in 7 as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if I think already or not.
I'm just disappointed like that you got away from your game. I wanted to see your game, and if you do that against a better team in Toledo, then you man, it doesn't go well for you. And finally, we're gonna move on to our final segment: thumbs up or thumbs down. Yeah, we're back. No user suggestions this week, folks. I got to post. Just post your take if you have one. Had to make them up on the fly, so we'll start with the first one today. I have written down here, and it is Grizz. We'll kick things off with this first take, and if you're new to the show, basically how thumbs up or thumbs down works is I throw out a hot take, and it's either a thumbs up or thumbs down from both of us. And Grizz will kick things off here with this first take. The Regina Pats are the most disappointing team this season. Thumbs up or thumbs down. So what I mean by disappointing team, I mean they should have gone further than what they did. They shouldn't have had a second round exit. But in terms of disappointing, there could be more than one team, maybe another team you expected more out of that are more disappointing than Regina. So if you find another team more disappointing, you're a thumbs down. If you think they're the most disappointing, you're a thumbs up. So Grizz, take it away with your take here.
I'm going thumbs up on this one. They had an NHL roster essentially, at least half of their roster. They had a ton of guys that are just absolute goal scoring, playmaking guys. They absolutely should have swept Broomball's team, and they didn't even force a game 7. It's very comical that they lost in 6. That's a team that should have accepted nothing less than the WHL finals.
Yeah,
and they came up short.
Absolutely. They're not the most
Riziki, you think Allen was more disappointing than...
No. That's not more disappointing.
No, not you. Riziki posted that in the chat.
It's Rasky. It's Rasky, but...
Rasky. My bad.
No. Allen is not the most disappointing team because the most disappointing team, so I'm thumbs down, is Jakar. They got upset by an 8 seed. Or you could say the Petes. There's multiple teams that you expected more of, especially Jakar. When you win the QMJHL regular season crown, you are the most disappointing team if you lose first round. And did we all expect Jakar to go super deep? Yeah, maybe third round at least. You expected them to be in the semis, but yeah, to me they're the most disappointing team. So I'm thumbs down. What do you think, Grizz? What do you think about that?
Now, so my rebuttal to that is that while Drakkar won the Q, I don't think that they were an intimidating team ever at any point. Now, that being said, I picked them in 4. I thought that they should have swept Halifax. Halifax showed up really big.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the most disappointing, though.
Look,
just,
against Boogie's team, they picked up 2. So
right.
that's
a good Halifax
that's
team.
a good
they made
team
moves at the end of the
right?
season.
But congratulations, by the way, to Halifax on a great season. Nobody expected anything out of you, and you guys showed the league that you guys were something to threat.
I want to reply to a FIFA comment as well. He said, I'm confused as to how these guys jumped ship so fast. Literally 2 weeks ago saying we're bad. Buddy, I don't remember anybody saying that you were bad.
Dude, last
I picked
week,
you every series.
Listen, FIFA, last week I said you guys were going to sweep, what was it, Atlanta, correct? You guys didn't sweep Atlanta. I don't know what you're talking about here, but misinformation. But
I think he's getting confused because we troll him because he's just a
No,
troll.
I said you need accountability, and so far so good, man. I haven't seen a single Toledo walleye, except for maybe Wizza logo in the shout box. So you guys have done...
Well, that's because he's banned.
Oh, well.
Or not banned, shout box muted.
Damn. Anyways, let's
FVM fake virtual media. Okay. I mean, go watch the podcast.
Okay.
I think we've picked you every series, but moving on.
Yeah, anyways. We'll move on to this pick here. Next take, sorry. Next take is Archon Assassin will uphold his promise and the Titan will win the mem. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs down, Grizz in 4.
You heard it here first, folks. Grizz in 4. Look, when I talk about the Titan, I think they have elite defense. I think their offense isn't as strong as it used to be, but it's still a strong offense, and their goaltending is pretty good. It's probably better than it was last season, in my opinion, with Hawks fan. Do I think they're going to win the mem? They potentially could beat us, but are they beating Sherbrooke?
Nope.
I don't know. Are they beating a team maybe like Florida or Brampton or Kansas City? Potentially. Team out of the W? Maybe. But it's just too much. It's pretty much I'm picking the Titan or the field here. And I think yeah, always go with the field. So I'm going to just...
Who was that? Was that CJ that said that he's always going with the field?
Yeah, that's what CJ. And listen to the Bogfather. And I'm definitely going to go thumbs down here and say he will not uphold his promise. And by the way, he did post, and I did snip this, that if the Titan lose the mem, he will never play in the CHL again. He would not commit to never playing again. But he said the CHL, he's done. So
I think he's just expecting that he won't be in the C.
Yeah, I know. So he's basically... There's no commitment there. I challenged him a bit to say, hey, man, if you're that confident, be done with LG if you lose. And he wasn't, so we'll see. We'll see if he believes his own take. But we'll see. We'll see. And we have a final take here. It's not really a overall CHL take. It's more of a bog take or a league structure take. And here's the take. Zeno has done an excellent job as the LGCHL commissioner. Thumbs up or thumbs down? And before I get to you, Grizz, Zeno's been around for a long time. I think it's 10 plus seasons for sure. I think it was 13 or 14 he posted in his post. So he's been around for a while. So I know you're fairly new, all things considered. I've been here for 10 seasons. So yeah, that's something. He's been around for a while. And if you're not aware, he is retiring, and he's moving on to just being a player, or if not just a player, he's just going to get some rest and take a break. It's probably a very stressful job. So, Grizz, thumbs up or thumbs down? Zeno has done an excellent job as the LGHL commissioner.
I'm partial on this one because I haven't been around that long. I've only been around since the end of season 29, and for those reasons, I got to go thumbs down. The last few seasons, he's flat out not done his job as the commissioner. I understand that life gets in the way. I understand that things can get very difficult to manage. But he's made some extremely questionable decisions during his time here. That being said, he also did a great job developing the league, growing from 6 to 72 CHL teams So all the credit in the world for that, for expanding the league. But I mean, more props to him for stepping down, knowing that it's time. He's handing over the reins to Tackle. I think Tackle's going to do a wonderful job, and I think that team is going to come in and make some changes that we all want to see, and I think the CHL is going to be a lot better place because of it.
Right.
What do you think?
I'm thumbs up. Gonna counter that. By the way, we talk about this on the RIP podcast. We have it recorded. I don't know where it is right now. Paul's got to upload it. He's kind of not available right now to upload it, but we talk about this on the RIP podcast. Zeno's been around for, let me clarify something for you, Grizz. This is a non-paid position. He doesn't get paid. I don't get paid to do this. Nobody gets paid. And, I think he's done a good job. He's expanded the league. He's been around since the beginning. It was once, I remember the exact figure on how many teams started, but we're at 76 teams right now. We're looking at more. So he's been around overseeing that. And, a good commissioner shouldn't be in the news. They should not be the topic of discussion. When it comes to bans, and when it comes to anything related to bans, or anything like that, Zeno's name isn't prominent. You don't hear from him. Maybe that's what you wanted. You wanted his name to be up front, but a good commissioner, to me, puts the league's interest in front of him and just stays in the background. And the topic of conversation should be not the league and not the way Zeno does things. And like him, don't like him, he's done this for the longest time, and he's run the league, and nobody else did it, and I'm sure other people wanted to do it, but he's done it, and he's built something here. He's built a regiment, a program. So we wouldn't be where we are today without Zeno. So I'm thumbs up. He's done a good job, and I know.
See, I have a rebuttal on that. My rebuttal being, Zeno has been a topic of discussion ever since I've been in the league. Like you said, you have a lot more experience than I do. You've been around 10 seasons. I've been around 3. I don't have a vast experience, but the 3 seasons I've been here, it seems like every season there's some major controversy that Zeno had the chance to step up and say this is not how our leagues run, and he has not canceled it out or shut it down. He let it continue. I mean, a big part of that is Owen Sound last season. They had the chance to stop what was going on against Hamilton.
I will say about that. I do think things need to be handled in a more timely manner going forward, especially series to series. I think if there's second tag things, they got to be looked into immediately, and they got to be handled within 24, 48 hours. It can't linger like it did. Hamilton should have been the team that advanced.
Yeah, I agree.
And it would have been a completely different Mem Cup winner. Would have been completely different.
Yep. But it's not even just that. I mean, you have Boggs stepping down because they don't like the way that you're handling things. And you have controversies every season that are not handled well. And I think that's been a recurring issue since I've been in the league, and that's my standpoint on that.
Right. That's fair. It's fair criticism. But I would personally like to thank Zeno for the work he's done.
100%. 100%.
It's free. It's unpaid.
It's more of for me, it's a how you finish sort of thing. And it's good that he's stepping away.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it,
great.
He's made a post. If you want to go thank Zeno, he's made a post. It's in the forums. End of an era. He posted it. It's at the top. Go check it out.
You said it yourself. The league isn't where it is without Zeno, and for that, we definitely have to thank him.
Exactly.
He was the sole reason for the expansion of the CHL to get it to where it was today.
Exactly, and that concludes thumbs up or thumbs down. Anybody want to? I'll leave it open for couple, I guess the delay. But if anybody wants to submit one right now and throw one out, go ahead. We'll see though. I don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see. Did I hit 100 followers? Yes, I did. Thank you, everybody. I hit 100 followers in 5 episodes. That's pretty good, all things considered. And thank you, everybody.
Close to partner.
I do have partner.
Or affiliate.
Sorry. No, I do have the option. Let me just transition here into the end of the show. I do have the option to go affiliate, but I'm holding off because realistically, like, I know you can sub and donate, and I want to make sure if you do donate or sub, I want to make sure it's worth it. I just don't know how to make it worth it yet. But also at the same time, I read the terms of service, and it's I don't know. I actually read it all because you're committing to Twitch, and there's some things that I'm a little shaky on, so I'm not sure if I want to go partner or not, or affiliate.
Right.
Sorry, right? Because you have to do certain things for Twitch, and you have to meet certain goals, and it's like I don't know if I can do this realistically because I think LG should be free, right? I don't think you should have to pay anybody or do anything, and yeah, so I don't know if I want to go affiliate, but maybe you guys can chime in on that.
We got a thumbs up, thumbs down question. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Swifty is running PVM more than Jet and Roland J.
I can't comment. Grizz?
Am I allowed to comment?
Go ahead. I'm not.
I will go thumbs up. Reason being, I haven't seen much from Roland.
Okay, let me say something about Roland real quick
PVM.
before you bash him a bit there.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm not bashing him, but
Roland is out of commission right now for 2 months. That's all I can say. He has a legit reason.
So Roland's stepping away
for now, and then he'll be back. He'll be back for next season. I think that's when you're going to see Roland step up. He better step up.
Yep.
He taught when I first joined PVM. He talked a very big game, so we'll see if he delivers here. I think Jet
TBD
also Jet's making his debut next season. So the show, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed when I first joined PVM because I expected to have shows and stuff, and the reasoning was a little unclear. And then, you see Mike talk about it on the Doghouse. By the way, shout out to Mike. Got a couple of episodes left, but yeah, I don't. I expected more too, and it's not this kind. That's not the kind of show we run here. But like we'll see. Next season is where we project to get going. And by the way, just if you're tuning in late here, the Discord link is in the forums right now. It's a resource, so it'll be at the top of the page. It's one of the headlines, or you can find it in the forums. So there's a Discord link. Join the Discord. All things PVM posted there. Everything archived. Everything. Nice, neat format. There's all sorts of bots. S-Dub made a bot. It's a beautiful bot. Did you see it, Grizz? It's called NHLPA.
I did.
It's
great.
It's a I don't know how he did. Man, I don't know how the people do these things. Shout out to S-Dub. Basically, the way the bot works is like if you want to show people how you did in the game, you basically do like a command and he walks you through it. But you can get the game ID, put it in, and then it will show the score of the game. It's pretty impressive, and it has all the stats of the game. It's beautiful. It's very good graphic, very well done. And yeah, so if you want to join the Discord, go on right ahead. And
so let me backtrack you a little bit because I never got my rebuttal about Jet. So you kind of took off there about Roland and everything. I would like to see Jet get more involved in the shout box, more involved representing the brand that he's the president of.
Exactly.
Because I didn't know about PVM until I heard it on the show. And to me, that's not acceptable. Jet needs to be the face of the franchise. He needs to get his butt
this
in
isn't
the
that kind of show, though,
and talk about it.
It's not...
No. I'm saying he needs to talk about it so that we know what it is. That's all.
I do believe we need to see more out of Jet, too. And I think he knows that. And he will, like I said, Grizz, he's gonna be coming in next season, season 33. We're going to see his show, and we'll see how PVM grows from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we're headed well. We got a Discord set up. Everything's set up nice. We just need the people
very large expectations for next season out of everybody.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe this season, expectations should be, leveled because we are what we are right now. But next season, I've heard all sorts of things, and I want to see if the promise can be kept here. And we're gonna have 2 weekly shows, maybe 3. And then we're going to have RIP whenever it's released. So there's going to be 3 shows, right? 1 podcast, 2 live shows. And we'll see. And there's going to be articles, and the authors post their articles, and it's going to be archived if you miss it. So you don't have to go through all the pick-em matchups at the bottom. It's going to be right there in your face. So the Discord is something you definitely want to join.
There's anything that can be done about that, too.
Yeah, I was told there's going to be they're going to try making a section above the forums for media, but we'll see if that pans. I don't even know if that's going to happen or not. But anyways, any final thoughts here, Grizz? You got any final thoughts on anything?
I got nothing. That'll do it for me.
Grizz, this was probably your most fiery show. Thank you for joining. You really
I had to get a little bit back to me,
without
stepping on too many toes.
Yeah, well, you stepped on a lot. You stepped on a lot this episode, but also, I guess the doghouse lit the fire under you. Anyways,
we'll see what happens.
I don't really care, but once again, thank you for joining, Grizz, and everybody out there, thank you for watching. Thank you once again for the 100 followers, and show will be uploaded as soon as I can. And I'll see y'all next week when we take on episode 6, the league finals.
Wants to be back on.
Yeah, I saw that. He threw a thumbs up or down. I just had Grizz this episode because I just wanted a back and forth. I wanted a quick show. 3 people, it was a little long, but next show I'm definitely gonna have 3 people back on.
I'm the in a pinch guy.
Yeah. No, you weren't in a pinch, Grizz, but it wasn't. I wanted you on the show this week. I had yesterday's show, which was the World Junior Draft. It was a very long one too.
Right.
I just couldn't do 2 shows in the day, and I just wanted to just have a quick show here so I can rest until next episode. But anyways, once again, thank you all for watching.
Let's wrap this one up.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. Be podcasted on YouTube. See y'all next time.